Candlestick Point as we welcome you inside Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. The scene a short time ago, this crowd, they love their 49ers, and they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room. And we're ready for football as the 49ers get set to do battle with the Denver Broncos. 3/4 of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Tight ends on the Ringo. Tight ends on the Ringo.
Here we go. 180!
4 down. Check.
6!
Mike 51. Hey, let's calm down.
Garoppolo on first down. Drops it off for Coleman. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll make it a second down.
I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so, and gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
Double tight. We got 3.
Black! Here we go. Black 80!
To throw, it's Garoppolo. Taking a shot for Samuel. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
That certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, and have them back on their heels.
And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4.
180!
Taking a shot for Samuel.
Oh, yeah, and here we go again.
It's caught inside the 25. A big 3rd down play there for the Niners. And even 50 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
And a strange one here, a little befuddled. They're sending out the field goal unit now. From the left hash, it's a 36-yard attempt. And his kick is right there. It's good. And the 49ers take a 3-0 lead. So an opening drive field goal maybe doesn't whip this crowd into a frenzy, but I think that they will take the early lead.
There's no doubt about it. They will always take the early lead, and maybe that celebration comes later if they play well and they can break things open. But right now, this was all about letting the offense just get settled in.
And they're going to start this next drive in excellent shape right at the 50.
In some phases of life, that's what's known as the quick response team. Down 3, they come right back with a big return. They want to at least tie this game up.
Good starting position for the Broncos here as they come up 1st and 10.
Gun! 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 Gun!
Down. Stand up in.
Gun! 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 Gun!
Mike 51.
Gun! 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 Gun!
From the midfield side, he'll look to throw. And right away, he lost the football. But it looked like, fortunately, the Broncos able to recover.
Let's go, D.
I'll call it luck or skill, whatever the case is. They're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Detroit!
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill. The panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground. Whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you retain possession.
Down the numbers. There he goes.
Blitz.
And all the way home for a Broncos score. Cortland Sutton, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Broncos have taken the early lead. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. Practice sessions, and I'd hear 9 from the receivers. That meant fly route, go. Look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Now McManus on to kick this one off. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And the 49ers getting set to trot out there. Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
3 down.
12.
Here's Garoppolo on 1st and 10. Going up top. That's caught inside the 20. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. A big play there for the Niners. 71 yards.
There we go. Nice play, baby.
Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a 1st and goal situation.
Right here. He's tight on the right.
21.
3 down. 3 down.
Throwing now is Garoppolo. Dancing to his left. And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. Dante Pettis with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Niners are able to cash in for 6. Now the try here for the point after. Good. And the lead is now 10-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. And Denver getting set to take the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Man left, man left. 3 down, 3 down.
Watch it now, Barney. Barney.
Slam, slam.
Now they try the right side here. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down.
Go, guys.
I don't want to downplay the run, but that's exactly what I expected out of him coming out of college. When I look back at my draft analysis, one of the highest-rated players on my board, a 3-down back who can do everything. And one of the best parts of his game is what he does when he doesn't have the football, because he carries it really well, but he blocks equally as well as pass protects for his quarterback. I think he's going to be special.
Here we go. 319. 319.
Mike, 53. 53. Mike.
Right back to him on the first down. Takes this one across the 35 to the 36, a gain of about 4.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
Check, bunt set. Check, bunt set.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Cut his left. Cut his left.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And this is incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Hey, check Mike, 27. Check.
Now back to throw. He's got a man. It's Sutton that's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. He had the touchdown on the opening drive. Now he's got a first down. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Here we go now. Blue 90. Blue 90.
And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
One thing rookies need to learn at this level, and quick: make a cut, be decisive, and go. Because in college, you could dance around and wait for a hole to open because you're probably a better athlete than most of the guys on the field, but not on the NFL level.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Check Mike, 26.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Hut.
Hey, tight.
Out of the gun. They'll look to throw. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though.
Tight end's right.
Hurry up, here we go. 319. 319.
Tight dog.
Hut.
Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon.
Yeah. You don't want none.
Well, that's a tough, costly penalty because now it makes it 3rd and 6 after the false start.
24's on the move. 24's on the move.
Gun, gun! Gun, gun!
What you got? What you got, Heavy? What you got, Heavy? Give me some.
He'll drop to throw. He'll find Sutton on the right side complete. He's already topped his receiving output from a week ago, and we're just in the first quarter as that's a first down. How about the first quarter he's putting together out wide? Pretty impressive.
I think that he likes the fact that we're playing this as a day game. You know, some guys, they respond better in the evenings. For some reason, it builds up. For this guy, day game, and he is off and running. You're exactly right. 100 might be conservative with the start that he's had here in the first quarter.
Yeah, by the numbers, he's on pace for 200 plus right now. He'll run it now out of the gun. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11.
87's getting the ball.
Detroit! Detroit!
Single receiver. Hey, you're on an island over.
Watch you now, Barney! Barney! Hot!
25.
They're set up to throw.
They're coming. They're coming.
Looking for Sanders, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Quan Alexander. Oh, the spin. And he'll take this back all the way up past the 45-yard line. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands.
Here we go, here we go.
They begin the drive with Coleman. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. 2nd quarter now. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis with you. It's the 49ers in control of the football, and they've got it here with a 1st down.
Eleven.
Single. I got a single on the slot. Single on the slot. Motion.
Here we go. Wait, 80!
Looks to throw.
Right there.
Over the middle to Kittle, complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
Tight end. Tight right.
Black!
3 down.
Hey. Inside the red zone, it's Garoppolo. And it's complete. In the end zone, touchdown 49ers. Jimmy Garoppolo with his 2nd touchdown pass of this first half. And the 49ers add 6 to their lead. And there's going to be a stoppage here. The booth wants to take another look at this potential touchdown. It took them an extra look, but they found out it is a touchdown indeed. The official saying it counts. Point after, up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Broncos offense now gets ready to head back onto the field. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar,
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception,
All right, now, lucky
that
56.
sting lingers
Lucky
a little bit
56.
longer.
Hold
Put together some nice plays.
He sets to fire deep. That's caught inside the 20. And he gets it down deep into San Francisco territory. It's a big play there for the Broncos. 67 yards. Broncos with their first trip to the red zone thus far. This is first and goal from about the 8.
Four down.
And they'll go run game here. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Give him 2 yards on that one. Second and goal now. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on second and goal.
Four down.
All right, here we go. Green 39. Green 39. Hot.
Looking to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But it looked like, fortunately, the Broncos able to recover. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity missed.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
Under 4 to play now. Clock running. Third down.
Gun.
Tight down. There you go. Let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 5.
Back to throw here. They jump off underneath to Ajayi. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. A 4-yard pickup, not enough. Fourth down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
And he pushed it. Pushed it from short distance, wide right. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. So from nothing less there than chip shot distance, a tough miss from the right hash mark.
Well, this is just a wobbler. I mean, he knows he's got to get it going left, but that was right all the way.
Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here first and
12,
10
12.
at
I got
the
you,
20.
Hey, four down.
180. 180.
Fake here on first down. Wide open receiver complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A really good pickup of 28 yards. Garoppolo now closing in on a 200-yard first half through the air. It's first and 10.
We got four.
Coleman. And he's got it across midfield and into Denver territory.
Run.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Tight end left. Four down. Alert.
They'll run it out of the gun. Gets past one man. He'll get about 4 here, down to the 43-yard line.
That's it, baby. Get him, boys!
2 minutes to go here in the first half. Back to more NFL action on EA Sports after this. This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though.
Tight end right, tight end right.
They'll run out of the gun. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
Oh, yeah!
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
Right.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
180!
Garoppolo now, 1st down throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 25. And now look at him go. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. You think you're going into halftime with a good-sized lead? Not so fast. That pick six really changes the complexion, probably also changes the halftime speech.
No doubt about it. Instead of going in relaxed, you're probably a little more uptight right now, probably a little bit angry. Let's see if they can get their focus back.
Extra point from McManus is good. And the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. Oh, look at that. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
Hey, gun. Set.
They'll come out on the ground with Cole. And not much doing. He'll get this only up to about the 36. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
We got 3.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
How about that, partner? That happened in a hurry. Sudden, explosive, gets into the backfield, and spills the play.
And he was AFC Defensive Player of the Week last week because of plays just like that.
Even. 4 down. Even.
180! 120!
47's the mic, boys. 47.
Now he's going to throw deep angle, and that's caught inside the 35. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
Tight on the right.
I got you. Here we go. 180!
And he's got some some space here. Touchdown, 49ers. Tevin Coleman in the final seconds of the first half. And the 49ers add on to their lead.
That's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it, that can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook. But even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff, because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half.
Extra point safely through, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. So the Broncos coming out now. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Final play of the first half, barring the penalty as they come up on 1st and 10.
Detroit! Detroit! All right, here we go. 3-19! 3-19! Gun, gun! Gun, gun!
Come on, baby.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll throw now on the final play. He's going to float this over the middle deep. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. So we've hit halftime here in Santa Clara with the 49ers out in front. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well as we are back and started in the second half. Here comes the Broncos offensive unit here as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter. And last time, one play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback,
Watch it now, Barney,
confidence in him, and let him throw another one.
And they'll go on the ground. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
3 down, 3 down.
Now let's go. 3-19! 3-19!
They're going to look to throw. He'll let this thing go for Sanders. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Akello Witherspoon. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. Maybe he telegraphed it a little bit right there. You've got a cornerback knowing that he's going against a rookie quarterback. He stepped in and picked it.
You think he had a great week of preparation, looking forward to this opportunity? And the second part of that is, when you're a young quarterback, you are going to stare down targets, but oftentimes your playbook hasn't expanded to give you full field reads as well. Makes it a little bit tougher for him.
And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent game, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
Let's go, fellas. We got 4 down. Let's
He
go.
had a great read there from his free safety position. And, Charles, you know with those guys, it's all about their eyes. They have to be laser-focused.
Yeah, I had to fake my way through it when I was playing, but now I can see exactly what they're doing. And on that play, he obviously had no presence to feel like he's being pushed for a pass. And without that, that allowed him to get up to the line of scrimmage and hold him to no gain.
Watch tight end. Hey. 6. What is
On second down, here's Garoppolo. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. The Niners on third down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is third and 17.
Go ahead. 4 down.
Working from the gun, Garoppolo. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack.
Come on, line.
And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
Here comes the 49ers punter now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. And coming out now, the Broncos. We have not seen much on offense from either side. These last few drives, it has been a struggle, hasn't it?
Hey.
Totally, and you're thinking to yourself, you're on offense trying to get things figured out. Okay, we self-scout every week in our game plan. How many things do we do at certain times? What are our tendencies? Time to go to some of those tendency breakers and try and create some offense.
They always have those in their back pocket, don't they?
You have to, and if you don't keep abreast of what you're doing, you lock into a rhythm and make it easy for the opposition.
Looking for tendency breakers right now.
All right, now, Lucky 56. Lucky 56. 53's the mic. 53. Check 53. Detroit! I know he ain't got it. Slam. Motion.
Throw here out of the gun. Looking for Sanders here on the deep ball. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up third.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield, but that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Get on the point right here.
All right, now, Lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Come on, don't worry about that.
All right, now, Lucky 56. Lucky 56.
And able to find Deshaun Hamilton complete. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on third down.
Hey, check 24. Check 24. Hurry up, here we go. 319. 319.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. Second down.
3 down. Hey, fellas, we got
Now,
3.
they
Let's
struggled
go.
to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
3 down. Hey.
Now let's go. Green 39. Green 39. Hot. My 52.
The throw now on second and 10. That'll be caught right side by Hamilton. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be third down.
And that's when it's fun to play defense. When you're able to diagnose a play right from the beginning, get all your guys to the football, and spill the play, that's when you have a lot of fun playing on that side of the ball.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Gun!
3 down, 3 down.
Gun!
Where's 52? Watch 52. 52's the mic.
I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they even let you play.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
52.
Hut!
Pressure drops off as they'll look to throw.
Get off the field, D.
Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down. This quarterback now, 5 straight completions here in this second half.
All right, now,
First
lucky
and 10.
56. Lucky 56.
4 down. Check. 4 down. Shift. Switch it. Come on, switch it.
Leopard.
Now with the play clock down to 2, we're going to get a timeout here. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter.
All right,
So
now,
they'll
lucky
come up
56.
first and 10
Lucky
now from the
56.
24,
33.
check 24.
Over.
They'll run it now out of the gun.
Switch.
A nice run there, 9 yards,
crash.
and it'll be second down.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
Detroit!
Tight, watch left.
Set! 319! 319! Hut!
With the running back. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Over!
He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
Bad time to get a delay of game penalty there. Not that there's a good time, but that makes it 3rd and 6.
Three down. Slam. Check 9. 48's the mic. Pick me up. Here we go. Check 3. Hatch it.
Over!
Now they'll run on the toss. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. So on now is Brandon McManus. He has hit from as far away as 57, but that was in Denver. He'll have the win at his back here in the 4th quarter. And McManus missed it. How about that? No good. Wide to the left. And this score will stay right where it is. So it's a rare two-miss ball game for him now. Normally one of the more dependable guys you're going to find around.
Very unlike him. One of the better kickers in the NFL. And I don't think there's anything wrong with him physically or mechanically. He's just having one of those games.
Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here first and 10 at their 38. And he's got it up over the 40 to the 41. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is nice slow.
I am speechless. I am without speech. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. It's a 6-yard run, leaves him with about a foot or so here still to go to hit the marker with third down coming up.
I'll send you. Here we go. Hurry up. Hurry up.
Hey, tight end's right. Watch tight end. We got
Say hi.
A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. That's caught at the 25. A big third down conversion with a gain of 28. And defensively, they just don't seem to have much of an answer for this passing game.
Not at all. And look at the confidence that's exhibited here. With that type of a lead, clock on their side, instead of running it, they're still throwing it, trying to pick up first downs and keeping the football.
We got three,
Out of the gun. No, he lost the football. It's picked up by the Broncos. And they will take over at the 29-yard line.
Partner, that one looked like it was over. I mean, they had control, had the football, and the defense had to make a play in order to keep them in the game. That's exactly what they did.
And now that door ajar, 2-score game, so hold on here, not done in the fourth. Now the Broncos offense, they get set to head back onto the field. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that hurt the psyche of the team because they drove down.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. D. Ford in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done.
Three down.
They'll look to throw. Left side here to Sanders. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. That one goes for 24 yards.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. This quarterback now,
All right, now, lucky
6 for
56.
6
Lucky
since coming
56.
back out of the locker room. It's first and 10.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gun.
He's going to flip it out here to his running back. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. It'll be a gain of 4, and it'll be second down.
All right, now, lucky 56.
One
Lucky
thing I think
56.
is safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them
Watch it
almost
now,
on the
Barney,
spot.
Barney.
That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Motion.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up third down. The Broncos on third down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This will be 3rd and 6. They'll drop the throw. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
So that'll back him up 5. Here's Brian Anger now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. He punted 5 times in the win last week as this one's away. And this will be touched by a member of the kicking team inside the 20, and it's at the 17-yard line. The 49ers offense now, they get set to head back on the field. And last time, the fumble, the turnover. Now, they still have the lead, but I don't think coaches care. The turnovers will bother them no matter what the scoreboard says.
That's the relief, that you still have the lead. But coaches look at what if and what it should be. Turning the ball over when they've got a chance to score more points and increase the lead, that's what's going to for them.
And you're also thinking of future weeks, maybe when the game's closer, right?
No doubt about it. You want to clean up everything. Let's just be honest about it. They want everything to be perfect at all times. They don't want to give up anything that's going to hurt their team.
That's what I'm talking about. Nice hit, boy.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down.
Hey, 4 down, 4 down.
Here we go. 180. Go ahead, go ahead.
Run again with Coleman. And he finds some space past the 25 to the 27. 9 yards on the pickup there as they'll be left with 3rd and 1.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
We got 4. We got 4.
On 3rd and 1. Then he hits his man, Matthews. First time they've looked his way in this game. He comes through picking up the first. Well, probably the only thing he did wrong there was go out of bounds, nursing this 4th quarter lead. You want to stay in, eat the clock.
Yeah, you got to love the effort, the catch, the extra yardage, but you've got to know the situation. Stay in bounds, young man.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. This is Brady. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. And in this situation with the lead 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10. Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this.
Double tight. Hey, we got 4. We got 4 down. 4 down.
And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a 1st down. They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration, not a good play.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage.
Hey, 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 hey.
Here we go, here we go. By 20!
Smith catches left side. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Set hut!
4 down, 4 down.
Toss it to Cole. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain.
You don't want no problem.
5 yards on the pickup. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it here with 1:07 remaining. And that'll lead here to a 3rd down.
Double tight, guys, double tight.
11, 11.
4 down, check.
White.
4 down.
Back to throw. Garoppolo. He's going to loft one deep left side here. He dropped it. Couldn't hang on in the end zone. So no 6 points, incomplete. Despite the lead here in the 4th, they're still taking shots.
Not content to sit on this lead at all. And to me, it raises the question of what's right in this game nowadays. Do you sit on the ball and run it because you have enough of a lead? Or do you try and extend it because you always feel like the other team can come back?
Extend it. Have some fun. And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but they still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
And Denver getting set to take the field. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Gun!
87's mine. I got 87.
Set! 319! 319!
And now whistles and a flag,
Mike,
and I think we
53.
got to jump here.
53. Mike,
A little
Mike.
eager there coming in from his outside linebacker position.
You think the hard count got him there? Yeah, maybe that extra hut, that extra emphasis on it. Got him to jump, and they picked up 5 yards.
So this helps to start
Watch
a
it now,
drive.
Barney,
After
Barney.
the penalty, it'll be 1st and 5.
Tight left. 3 down, 3 down.
Gun!
Check 48's to Mike. Check 48's.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. So they took a shot on 1st down, but couldn't connect.
This
I got him,
defense
man.
was
I got him.
definitely
He's
alert to the
mine. He's
possibility
mine.
of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
Here we go.
All right, here we go.
Now a shotgun snap. Look to throw. shot Hamilton.
Leopard!
There's a gain of 6 that time. And it
All right,
moves
now,
the
lucky
chains as
56.
well.
Lucky 56.
First down now, but that clock running. On first down, he'll drop to throw. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman. And the return stops just a few yards shy of midfield. They'll spot the ball at the 47-yard
All
line.
day, every day.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10.
Double tight. 4 down.
And there's a ground game here with the tailback. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. It's a pickup of 13, and with that 13 yards, this ball game just about over.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Double tight.
Odd. 3 down.
180. 120.
I got 83.
And, Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve.